Hey everybody, Jason here, and welcome to another episode of Driver's Paddock. Today we're at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park Drivers Development Track. It is a tight, twisty track, and it's perfect for me to give you my track review of the 2013 Mini JCW GP. This is chassis number 36, one of 50 in Canada, one of 2,000 worldwide. Let's take a closer look at this car. We'll meet the owners at the end to learn more about it, and I'll full send it on track. I'll give you my full review at the end. Let's go.
Looking for is press sport. So it says sport on the dash, right?
Yeah.
Okay, press the traction off button once.
Yeah.
And then give it a second.
Okay.
It should say GP mode at the bottom there.
Yeah, GP mode.
Okay, GP mode is enabled, and then is the green light on the sport button lit up?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. You're in GP mode.
That's
and you're ready
fully
to go.
off, right?
No, it's not fully off. You turn fully off, it won't torque vector.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want the torque vector.
You want the torque vector.
Got it.
It doesn't interfere terribly, so.
Got it. How do I?
You're good to go.
Oh, the windows are here.
Yeah, the windows are here and they're one touch only.
Thank you.
So just touch it once and they'll both go up.
Okay, we are in my friend Tim and Sean's Mini GP. Everything looks a little funny with the tachometer and the speedometer there. I never really got used to that, but that's okay. That's okay. My good friend Jason there in his GTI, he is a time attack champion, so I think these are somewhat similar cars. If I can keep up with him, I'll be pretty happy. See what the Mini is all about. Oh, Radical coming through. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, I can already tell this thing's gonna carry a ton of speed. Oh, another Radical behind me. Oh my goodness. This thing feels light and nimble. There's that open diff. Oh, these seats do not hold you. Let me just let this Radical by. Set my mirrors a little bit. This one's a little bit off. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can keep up with the Radical. Oh yeah, it rotates if you lift. Oh, these seats do not hold you enough. So easy to heel toe downshift. Very natural. The open diff is struggling though. A little bit squirrely under the brakes. Heel toe into second. Yeah, open diff is struggling there for sure. Oh, heel toe is so easy. Oh, good rotation. Lift to rotate, boys. Lift to rotate. Oh yeah. Oh my god, if you carry a lot of speed. It's really struggling on the exits there. You can really feel the open diff trying to do something. Let's let the radical by. What's with today? So many radicals on track. Go, 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 go. Can you make it? Nope, I'm coming. Oh, an open diff would absolutely an LSD would absolutely transform this thing. Just has trouble on the exits. Carry a lot of speed on entry face and mid corner. Just struggling with the exits a bit. Let's throw it in. Lift to rotate. Oh yeah. Car's handling the curves no problem. Settles in one stroke. Let's throw it in here. Oh yeah. Oh! Just rotate it and point and shoot. GP MIDI. Throw it in. Rotates. Oh, the LSD needs an LSD. This thing can carry so much speed for what it is. Open up. Early shift to 3. Little squirrely under the brakes there. The rear is pretty loose. Oh, wouldn't go in second gear for some reason. I mean, the shifter is okay. It just, you don't necessarily even know where, if you're in the gear 100%. A little rubbery. Lift to rotate. Oh my goodness. That's like point and shoot. Needs an LSD there. Oh my god. Mini GP. This is so fun. Oh my god. Throw it in. It rotates and just point and shoot up the hill. Oh my god. If this thing had an LSD. Oh, it needs the LSD, but still so much fun. They must have some tow out in the back or something. I keep missing gears. I keep missing second. I keep going to fifth. It's a little too rubbery. The rotation is just, wow. Alright, let's try to do a nice fast clean lap here. Rotate, point and shoot. Oh my god. this guy by. Oh, this thing is so fun. Oh my god. Let's do one more lap. Brake, heel toe, lift to rotate. Oh my god. Oh, it's so good. Brake, here, lift to rotate. Oh my god. Point to shoot. This thing is awesome. Yeah, there's the open diff struggling a little bit. Oh, I keep missing gears there. Oh, I'll show you guys what's going on here. I almost feel like second gear goes to like the reverse. I guess the reverse line of pull when it comes to the gearbox. So I got to show you that later. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm braking in a straight line, but still a little bit squirrely on the brakes. They must have toe out, or the car would not rotate like this. Oh, Mini GP, what a car. This thing is so fun. So everybody, the Mini GP, it is so much fun. I think the hallmark of any good front wheel drive car is such that, you know, it can rotate, right? If you can't rotate a front wheel drive car because the front tires always have to steer and accelerate the car, you're always going to destroy the front tires. But cars that can just rotate, that are nimble, that can, you know, lift off, rotate, and just point and shoot, they're just so much fun. This car just really needs an LSD. So let's talk about what just happened in terms of my issues with going from you know, third gear to second gear. If you look here, when I go into third, right, it just, of course, it's a straight push. But going into second gear, you'll see here that the reverse plane is actually not locked out. So when I'm trying to go into second, actually, I can go into where reverse is. Of course, you know, reverse is left and up. You know, left and down, there's really nothing there. But the engineers should have designed a lockout there. I'm sure there's a lockout actually going to reverse, but this car's seats, like, you're sliding and flying around everywhere. It's pulling so many G's that I can barely hold on, right? And so trying to hit that second gear perfectly, it was tough, and I missed it multiple times. But that's one complaint. The gearbox is slightly rubbery. I'm not exactly sure if I'm in the proper gear most of the time, but it was effective. I obviously love that it is a manual. Clutch was very natural. Brakes were really, really good. But let's go and meet the owners, see why they bought this car. They have many, many cars, you know, through and through car enthusiasts. But let's hear from them all the special things about the Mini GP. Let's go. So everybody, we're here with the two owners, my really good friends. We have Tim and Sean in these, I don't know, these are god awful. This guy has really good taste in cars, but damn, these are, I don't know, man. Anyways, boys, tell me about the GP. What is the recipe here?
What can I tell you about the GP? Okay, so factory developed on the Ring. So it has stock coilover suspension by Bilstein. It has a full aero package that's actually homologated with the Mini Cup cars. So
Is it flat bottom?
Flat-ish.
Flat-ish.
The center tunnel is not flat for the exhaust, but otherwise flat. The front underbelly is dry Kevlar with NACA ducts for the trans and the motor. The diffuser is a legit diffuser. The wing, obviously a legit wing. There's some weight reduction.
No rear seats.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. No rear seats. No infotainment system. No steering wheel controls. No gimmicks. Pretty bare bones. Very focused on the driving experience, and comes with special traction mode, GP mode. Grabs brakes, rotates the car on track. A hoot in traffic.
One more thing. It also has factory slotted strut towers for more camber. So you can get only -2, but for a stock car, super aggressive.
Right, right. So this car doesn't have an LSD, but what does it have?
It's essentially an ELSD, which is it'll grab the brakes to simulate an LSD and sends power to the right wheels that way. And then other thing it has, this is a standard ratio for JCW, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Standard ratios for
Standard ratios for
JCW motor, JCW steering.
Yeah, and because it's the last year for the R56, these all only came with the N18s.
Yes.
So last iteration of that generation of motors. And
I see.
It's pretty fun.
I see. How much power, how much torque roughly?
218 horses and like 180-ish torque.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah.
So the two of you own a lot of cars. You recently added this car. Why this car?
This actually is a super fun, very lively car. It's so alert. It's super reactive. If you drive this car on the street compared to any other car, there's no car where you give it such a small input and the car gives you such a big reaction. So it's a lot of smiles. You can take it to a small tight circuit like this, and the car is super entertaining. This car is a full send, all about the corner entry phase car because of how alert it is and how it rotates at the start. But then afterwards, it kind of falls apart.
Yeah, that's kind of what I noticed. Like this car on entry is really, really good. You kind of throw it in, the car will rotate. You kind of point to what direction you want to go. You can get on the power, but the problem is that it exits very poorly. I feel.
Yeah.
Like the car is rotating, and you have to sort of decide between like if you commit to the throttle, basically it's going to pull the car straight because it doesn't have a good LSD in the front. It's actually understeering as you're getting on the power, so you're kind of deciding between like, okay, there's rotation, but if I really get on the power and commit, then it's going to start to understeer, right? If this thing had a proper mechanical LSD, I think it would be way better. If there's an option for that, you guys absolutely have to do it. Yeah. What do you think, Tim?
There's also, I mean, the suspension is great from factory. The coilovers are fantastic, but the bushings you do feel sometimes on power. You can feel there's a lot of movement in suspension. There's a lot of open areas where the car is tugging, and especially over curbs and stuff, you can feel how much additional movement there is when you're just going through undulations on the track. Yeah, it's an absolute hoot in traffic. When you're in the car, this is one of the few cars that we own where you get into it and the initial feeling that the car gives you from the get-go is you have to drive it hard. It wants you to drive it, and it's the same deal on track, which makes it really easy to be overdriven.
Yeah, because on track, if you actually enter a little bit slow, you don't rotate the car, your exit's going to be trash. Like, you need to actually rotate the car to actually get it to steer and point in the direction. If not, you're going to be like scrubbing, really struggling through the corner because it doesn't have the LSD to claw you out, right?
Yeah.
But the dampers are really good. I felt like, I mean, it's 50% stiffer than a normal JCW. I felt like it handled the curbs really well. What do you guys think? Like, it settled in one stroke for me.
Yeah, I think
Like
it's
1A, you know, all the curbs that we take through, you know, the midsection.
I think it used more rebound. But
Use more rebound, yeah.
for factory, it's really good.
Super good.
Yeah.
Factory good.
Super good, yeah.
Another
Amazing.
thing that attributes to how nimble it is, it is 2,600 pounds, which is it's crazy light for a production thing you can buy off of a showroom floor back in 2013.
Yeah.
Also, factory 400-pound springs.
Factory 400 pound
pounds,
springs.
front and back.
Yeah. Sean, I'll let you talk a little bit about, have you done an alignment on this thing?
No, we have not.
There's no alignment on this thing.
There's no alignment. This is as it came. All we did was we put the camber all the way in on the front, which unfortunately gives it more toe in. So the alignment is terrible on this car.
Okay.
And it still drives this good.
Really?
Yes.
Because if you had just a little bit of toe out in the rear.
Yeah, in the rear.
That would, like, the
wake
car
it
would
up.
be even crazier, right?
Yes.
Short little wheelbase.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
Super good.
Because even right now, so where we parked the car at my house, when you look down on it, you can actually see the rear's got quite a bit of toe in. So this is an alignment could change the way this rotates on track. I didn't find it rotating as much as I'd like to here, even with so much pressure in the rear. But I think some improvements, and throwing the camera plates that we have on the front, it'll be an absolute hoot.
Right. Any final thoughts on the GP?
More people should experience them.
I mean, there's only 50 in Canada. Like, how can we experience
Yeah.
it?
1 of 50 in Canada. I think there's only 2,000 made globally.
Yeah.
GP is slightly different driving style, so for anybody who wants to try it, it's really a pitch and catch car to make the best use of it.
You have to flick it in almost every
It's all about the
turn,
flicking entry,
and
let the car rotate, and then hold
just-
on for exit because exit sucks.
Yeah, you just wait for for it to load and then do it all over again.
Yeah, but guys, thank you so much for letting me drive it.
Yeah,
Amazing
yeah.
car. I'm excited to see what you guys continue to do with this, but hopefully mechanical LSD and this thing will be like,
Yes.
I
It would
don't know
change
how we're gonna
everything.
even make it any better.
Yeah.
One thing, the seats, crazy. Like,
Oh, they're bad, right?
They're terrible.
You know, they're Recaros. They're Recaros from the JCW. They're so bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, I'm literally like sliding everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm like, that's one reason why I had trouble getting in second gear. Like, I'm like holding on for dear life, sliding. I'm trying
Yeah,
to pull
yeah,
the gear
yeah.
in, hitting that reverse plane, but
Yeah, and armchair has more support.
yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, we are back in the Mini GP, and the owners have allowed me to have another go just because of how much fun I had, the big smile on my face, and of course we traded. They're driving my M2, so here we go. Mini GP. My buddies have been able to do a 141 today. I did a 143 without second gear, so let's see if we can go a little bit faster. I'll definitely be able to go faster if I can just grab that second gear if I don't hit traffic. We'll see. So everybody, here we go. Mini GP. Missed the shift there. So guys, we're here with my good pal, my brother, Two Track Mind, and we basically do every track day today. You know, we do time attack together. He's on my endurance racing team, so he actually drove the GP Mini just now. So
I
man,
did.
What are your thoughts? Let's get another voice in there.
So it's hard not to compare it to my GTI, right? Because you know, like turbo, I think it's turbo 4-cylinder, right? In here as well.
Yeah, turbo 4.
Right, like front wheel drive, German car, hatchback. World of a difference, right? So GTI might be able to pull on it in a drag race, but that's pretty much it. This, you get into it, you immediately, like, I don't think there's a car that I've driven off of what would be the factory floor. Like, obviously it has tires, right? But there's no other modifications to this car. You drive it on track, it feels like somebody spent a couple of seasons tuning the car to make it balanced, load up very quickly, and, you know, just take corners extremely like smoothly. Like it's amazing because the GTI is a boat, okay? Like I've got stock suspension on there, but CRS 200 tread tires. When you're entering a corner, when you're at a hairpin, you're basically playing the waiting game for the suspension to be fully, essentially on the bump stops. Then you can do whatever the heck you want until the next corner, and especially if it's a switchback, like you're just waiting. This loads up so fast. It just darts, it goes. The pickup is pretty quick. I think the gearing feels really good for the car as well. The one feedback I had to Sean and Tim was like, I think the brake force, the threshold for the pads, it just needs something with a little bit more Mu with a little bit more brake force, and then I think it would be perfect, and possibly an align, because they said they didn't align the car yet after they lowered it a little bit. But yeah, I mean, like literally, like obviously I haven't driven as many cars as this guy has, but I have driven cars from the factory. And you take it onto track, it just doesn't feel right. You always have some things that are just like not just one thing that you want to change, but multiple things you want to change to unlock that car. Like other than the GT3 RS that I've had the pleasure of driving, which obviously you drive that out the factory for, is perfect. Don't do a thing. The engineers knew what they're doing. Don't even mess with the tire pressures that they recommend. But like this was crazy. You just get out there, and immediately it's like whoa, like there's no dead spots in the steering. The lateral transitions are almost non-existent in a good way, as in like it's not like like it's so stiff where like when you change direction it feels like you can't load up the sides. It just loads up each side immediately.
Yeah. And my only thing with this is if it had an LSD, it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's a car from 2013. This car, right? I mean, compared to the new stuff, Elantra and the Civic Type R with their electronically controlled ELSDs, like obviously those corners can. Those diffs can claw you out of the corner, and you can be more aggressive with the throttle and exit. This one you have to be a little bit more patient because it is open diff. It does use the brakes a little bit to help manage your exits, but otherwise, what an amazing car.
Yeah,
what a hoot. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
So everybody, what an amazing day experiencing the 2013 Mini John Cooper Works GP, and I realized that there's really only 50 of these in Canada, 2,000 worldwide, and few people will ever be able to experience how amazing this car actually is. And we heard from Sean, we heard from Tim, we heard from Jason from Two Track Mind, and myself, and we were able to share and experience this car together, and that's really what it's all about. None of us are professionals, right? We do some racing on the side, but wow, what an amazing car, being able to share it with our friends. And thank you so much for coming along for the ride and experiencing this car with us. So, the Mini GP2. There's no question why these are holding their value. There's no question why I think this is going to be one of those future legends. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.